Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about people that have a Virgo sun and Virgo moon and a natal chart. I'm going to elaborate and expound on that. What I'm going to be talking about is people that have that sun-moon combination in the natal chart, a Virgo sun and Virgo moon. Now, first off, the basic character, which is the sun, in this case, the sun being in Virgo, um, can be very organized, analytical, detail-oriented, industrious, reliable, and scrupulous. Now, on the unconscious side, which is the moon, the person is the same. I mean, this is what's being shown in terms of the basic expression of the person, the basic personality. The sun reflects the fundamental personality and character of the person. The moon is the unconscious side. It's that inner personality, and inwardly the person is going to be very hardworking. Emotional needs are the same as the basic wants of the sun, and being the sun in Virgo. And this is a person that may bring that that Virgo industry and good work ethic into something that could be Virgo related, and it could be something connected with statistics or analytics. Could be defragging, compartmentalizing, such as a computer, cleaning, organizing, something health related, doing something with fitness and nutrition, and there'll be a strong wanting to be perfect, infallible in these things, and you can't really do anything perfectly all the time. But Virgo people do strive to have things as close to perfection, and being Virgo wants to be infallible, and the moon can reflect that that's the emotional need as well of the person. Now, another going back, and now the sun is connected with our basic ones, and the Virgo sun again wants to be of service and stay busy, and the Virgo moon needs the same. Virgo sun wants perfection, and the Virgo moon needs it. And this is again this very double dose of Virgo energy. Virgo energy will be very intensified, and of course, having a different ascendant, as an example, can modify this to some degree. If the person, say, has a Pisces ascendant, outwardly the person may not seem as industrious or reliable as the typical Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon combination, because Pisces rising outwardly can project an image that's more relaxed, a little bit more lethargic, and not so much eager, not always eager to want to do things and stay busy. And the thing about this too is that when you have this combination, keep in mind, okay, the true self, which is the sun, and in this case, the sun being in Virgo, can be punctual, systematic, and health conscious. And when you have, the inner self, which is the moon in Virgo, is the same, and the needs, the wants being the sun, and the needs being connected with the moon, about being reliable, doing things with precision, there are very much, there are one and the same. And the thing is, with this combination as well, the sun is about our drive and motivation. The person may be very driven and motivated, which is the sun, and the sun being in Virgo, to work and be helpful. And with the Virgo moon feeling like, having that need to have things as perfect as possible, and being, punctilious with details in the process. Um, and the thing about this is, um, this is a conjunction aspect. Let's say, you could have, there could be intensified focus, which is the sun, on the emotional needs, which is the moon. And the moon in Virgo, the emotional needs can be connected with compiling data, something with statistics or analytics, like I was talking about before, defragging, compartmentalizing, cleaning, sanitizing, things of a cerebral nature. And the thing is, diagnosing in general. Uh, and the thing about this too is that, as an example of a conjunction is 0 degrees aspect in astrology. I use a 10-degree orb for that if there is at least one personal planet involved, and in this case you have two personal planets that are involved, the sun and the moon. And the thing about it is, the action, and as an example, let's say the Virgo sun is at 7 degrees and the Virgo moon is at 12 degrees. That would form a conjunction aspect. Now, the sun is connected with our actions, and the sun being in Virgo, the actions can be very helpful, thoughtful, done with much analysis, and there could be, the moon is about, our reactions, and the moon being in Virgo, it could be, it would be the same as we're talking about with the actions of which is the sun in Virgo. And the emotional responses, which is the moon, being in Virgo in this case, at times may lash out at others with, critical remarks, and derogatory statements of emotionally upset. The moon is also associated with restlessness. So, having a Virgo sun and then having the Virgo moon on top of that, the moon, again, being connected with restlessness, and Virgo is the sign of worry. If there's, sleep-related issues, they may be tied in, to being, overwrought with some kind of worry going on in one's life, and having contraindicators, can, modifying influences in the chart can impact this. If somebody that has this sun-moon combination but has a Taurus ascendant, it may tone down the worrisome energy to some degree, because Taurus rising outwardly can be very calm, placid, and composed, and is not inclined, to worry, really excessively, being a fixed sign, and it's very stable, and it's not one that's going to give in to fears and worries as much as the typical Virgo Sun Moon combination, as an example. Now, the thing about this too is the sun in astrology reflects the biological father, and the moon represents the mother. Now, somebody with a Virgo sun in their natal chart, the biological father may be a Virgo sun, moon, or ascendant person, or embody those characteristics. The person that has the Virgo moon, the mother may be a Virgo sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those traits. And it's also this about the perception of these people. Somebody with a Virgo sun may perceive the biological father as somebody that's analytical, punctilious with details, punctual, reliable, but at the same time may see that person as pedantic, overly critical and judgmental, cynical, and exacting with things. Now, somebody with the Virgo moon may perceive the mother as somebody, again, that like the biological father, somebody that's analytical, cerebral, meticulous with details, punctual and reliable, but at the same time may see that person, as somebody, that's overly, persnickety or pedantic, overly exacting, critical, or judgmental. And if you have the sun and the moon, making a conjunction to each other, I would say that can increase the propensity of having the biological father and mother more connected during the time of your life. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to be overly compatible. Remember that conjunctions are neutral, and a lot of this is predicated, of course, on the synastry that exists between those people themselves, the biological father and the mother, in terms of whether they're connected or not, whether they may have there's greater proclivity for separation or divorce or not. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.